singer man's greatest thrill.
They tried and failed and failed. They tried and died.
You're dealing with the creme de la creme.
Okay, we're on to rotting out now.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to go for it this time?
Yeah, sure. So, this is an album called Ronin by a band called Rotting Out. It was released on the 10th of April this year. It's 10 tracks long and approximately... there's a weird noise happened there. It was somebody putting something down the bin chute. Sorry, so it's 10 tracks long and approximately 25 minutes in duration. So Rotting Out are a hardcore punk band from Los Angeles, California. The band were previously active from 2017 but broke up in 2015 shortly after the release of their third EP. Ronin is their third studio album, written and recorded after the band reformed in 2018, which just so happened to come after the lead vocalist completed an 18-month sentence for the possession of £700 of marijuana. For anyone who's interested. So the album name Ronin sort of alludes to a samurai warrior without a master, which perhaps due to their master having died or being cast off for reasons of dishonour. It's just worth, if anyone's wondering what that means, there you are. At 25 minutes long, the album is over in the blink of an eye, and it just gallops along at a blistering pace. And it's just an album that kind of just makes you want to fuck shit up. Being in my sort of mid-30s or approaching my mid-30s, just kind of I kind of just wish I was like 10 years younger again, and just to kind of go mental to this. Like, I really like this album quite a lot.
I suppose similar to Couldn't Give a Rat's, this is another album that you can just sit in your armchair and listen to, is it really? I mean, I found myself like listening. I was listening to listening to the album when I was writing my notes, and I found myself kind of shuffling about in my chair. Like, it does make you want to move, man. It does make you want to fuck shit up. It's that type of music. I'll admit though, after listening to the first few bars of the opening track Vessel, I wasn't too sure if I was going to stick with it, man. Let alone enjoy it, but because it really is, as you said, it makes you want to fuck shit up, man. It's really a real assault on the senses. But I'm glad I hung on in there, man, because it's fantastic. Like you said, it's over in a blink of an eye, but each song is only about a couple of minutes long or something like that. It can't be much longer than that. But it's really good. Really enjoyed it. Like you said, you described them as a kind of hardcore punk band, but there's clear influences from the likes of bands like Metallica, I would have said.
There's a bit of thrash in there for sure.
Definitely, as well as kind of a classic rock connection as well. The guitar riff, particularly on the second track, Last Man Standing, I just found really catchy. It just, as you said, it just makes you want to move. And I feel as if it's quite an interesting juxtaposition to the lyrical content to the song. Like, it makes you want to dance, but when you look at the lyrical content, it's really quite bleak. And I don't know if that's in keeping with the rest of the guy's material or not. But the opening lines talk about demons dying in parking lots, obviously a metaphor. Intravenous drug use, it kind of talks about an old man with a needle in his hand. I think it talks about a guy called Richard with a hole in his head, something like that. And them finding a girl in their backyard or somebody's backyard. And then the lyrics go on to say, in this city, this is life. The bodies pile up and no one bats an eye. In this is life. I tried to numb it out, feel nothing to survive. But this is kind of immediately followed up by this anthemic call and answer sort of chorus with the rest of the band shouting, stay alive, and the lead vocalist answering almost in reply, you can't kill me. So it is quite uplifting. He's not going to be overcome. He's going to kind of win, and there's bits like that peppered throughout the album, and they're just massive hooks. Yeah, you can't help but join in. You know what I mean? And sing along with it.
those call and answer sections are everywhere, and so you just can't. You just want to join in every time they happen, and
raise your fist and fucking just get
absolutely.
in.
I've kind of described the album as an onslaught of riffs. There's a sort of satisfying chug to the guitars throughout, and the vocals are the lead singer's vocals are they're quite gruesome in a way. Like the guy Walter Delgado sort of shreds his voice to the point like at times he almost sounds like he's gurgling through his own bleeding vocal cords. Like he's really going for it. Originally I actually thought this band were Australian because there are moments where I think he sounds like a bit like AC/DC's Bon Scott, but if he were in a hardcore band, like, so like the vocals are relatively extreme, but I do quite like them.
I enjoy like the kind of the way that they put inflections on certain words.
Yeah, the delivery.
I don't know if that's deliberate or if that's just, like derived from their accent or whatever. I really don't know. But there's times, and there's more of that type of stuff than what I'm going to go on to describe. But it's almost as if some of it's kind of delivered in that kind of slacker styley almost. And again, that's probably just the way they speak. That's probably just derived from their kind of accent and way of saying things. But particularly in the sixth track, Unforgiven, like I really enjoyed the kind of delivery and sound of some of the lyrics. And like I said, I thought like it was kind of delivered in almost this kind of slacker way. But I really dug that, and there was a lot of elements in there that really reminded me of Turnstile.
There's elements of Turnstile. Particularly in the sort of the riffs that are on the album. Like there's lots of things that reminded me of Turnstile. That on the song Unforgiven, like I love the backing vocals on that, where they're sort of like Unforgiven. Like that is so good. Like, and I think you're right. It is like the delivery of how they deliver all these different. Part of it's the actual lyrics themselves are just quite cool, but it's the way they're delivered as well that it just makes them so much fun to to join in with, and I mean even just to listen to, like rather than even joining in with them. Good album. I could talk. You can pick out loads of great parts. So the opening to Stone, that just opens with this shout of "Cast your stones," before launching into a fury of riffs. Reaper's just an unforgiving monster, and there's lots of like cool rumbling bass lines all over the album as well. And there's a lot of stuff that reminds me of the likes of NoFX and Rancid and that kind of punk rock sort of bass lines that you find in a lot of these songs.
The bass line, I've described the bass line, that was a standout kind of element of the album for me as well. I've kind of described it as being dead trebly, kind of punchy. Yeah. And it kind of hits you, what you say, it kind of just rumbles on. I've kind of described it like, it kind of hits you like a bit of a Gatling gun. Like, it's just fantastic, particularly on Stones and Still Her, I think it is. I think I've written Still Here, but it's Still Her, I think.
One of my favourite lyrical moments on the album is on Still Her, and it's this bit. It's like, she's still singing, baby boy, look at me, I'll keep you breathing. And it's the delivery of that is just fantastic. And I think it's sort of a bit of a sort of twisted love song, but it's a love song as only a hardcore band can deliver it, I suppose.
Aye, no, but I really enjoyed it. I'm glad that I stuck with it. It's fantastic.
So it's just a non-stop album, and it closes on this. Like you said, most of the songs are sort of 2 minutes. I think there's maybe a song on there that's like 3, and then the last song is about 5.5 minutes long. I think it's and it really kind of drops the tempo. It's quite creeping and slow, but it's still got this sort of pounding drums and sort of guitar grunts to it. And it's just, there's a lot of anger in this song, and it builds to this huge gang vocal moment at sort of around the 3 minute mark, which is "Here I am, roaming alone, every step of shame, Ronin, unknown," and it's a song about, as far as I can tell, it's a song about the lead singer being sexually assaulted in his youth.
Oh, really?
That's what the lyrics attest to for me. And then this idea of being a Ronin, sort of being ashamed and cast out of society, kind of ties back into the album title. So I think it's a really kind of fitting way to end the album. And I mean, it's a great song, but it's got that kind of emotional hit as well. When you listen to those lyrics. So yeah, a cool album.
Yeah, absolutely, man. What rating did you give it?
It's another 9 out of 10 for me. I think we've got a strong selection of albums.
Yeah, I've put strong 8, possibly 9. But yeah, it's really good.
It's like Turnstile's Time and Space. It's an album that you put on if you've got a spare, like if you've only got like half an hour, and you can just blast it from start to finish. And after you've listened to it, you feel amazing. It's just a great time.
Definitely.
Cool. Okay, so that was Ronin by Rotting Out.
It's not finished. It's finished.